I think it was huge because it helps us with our level of confidence, especially to be down and to have everybody play and have a significant difference. I think that both Candace as well as Sharita are obviously part of what has been our starting core. But it was great to have the other group, the rest of the team, because we have 4 people, 9 altogether, 9 or 8. They came in, did a heck of a job. They did what we asked them to do. It allowed the veteran players to watch that and to make a difference. It was great. It's huge, obviously. We're a team that's been up and down, but what's important is that we demonstrate to ourselves that we can be really up when the big games are there, which hopefully that'll carry over to the rest of the games.
Candace, you've struggled with free throw shooting at times this season. How big was it for you to be able to get that and one and knock down the free throw to give you guys the lead for good?
It was huge. It was huge. Just knowing I'm putting my team up and knowing how much I practiced those free throws. So it paid off.
And Shrita, as one of the leaders of the team, towards the end of the game when Aaliyah got called for a charge and you guys didn't have the lead, how were you able to keep the team together and keep your composure?
As one of the leaders on the team, you just gotta tell the team, like, it's okay, we got it, let's get back on defense and let's go get the ball back.
Coach, in the last quarter, the biggest difference was 21-13 versus the first 3. It was always between 3 points. What was your word of motivation heading into those last 10 minutes of the team? And what do you think was the biggest difference?
I don't really necessarily look at the score. I take it really one score at a time. I think that when it's astronomical, then we have to focus. But we were only down, I think with the 8 points, we were down by 4 baskets. So the mindset is that we do what is 55s, which are double suicides. And so as tired as we were, I thought that, I think it was Coach Eatman said, just remember those 55s, what we've gone through. And that allowed everybody to just regroup. Are we gonna let this go, or are we gonna work hard to overcome? And it was major. I thought that it was the mental focus. There was no quit in this game. And that was one of the things that we talked about, 3 things that we had to do or that we could do prior to this game, and that was one of the things, to play hard the entire time. And I thought that we didn't blink. We just showed ice water in our veins, a real focus in playing at one possession at a time and getting it done.
Shrita, to close out the game, they didn't have a field goal in the last 5 minutes, 44 seconds. They were 0 for 8 shooting the ball. What was your defensive philosophy in the 4th quarter?
Well, Rutgers is known for defense, and that's what we live off of, and that's what we always practice. And so, you could thank the lady that's sitting right over here. She's the one.
Shrita and Candace, in the 2nd quarter, the game started to get a little bit more physical, and Michigan State was clearly getting frustrated among themselves. What did you do to keep yourselves calm and composed?
We've been there, so we've already had our down, so we know how to handle it. We just gather together. We have to stick together and keep it pushing. We don't worry about what the other team's doing.
Yeah, we can't worry about what they're doing. We just gotta make sure we keep ourselves calm and collect and keep it pushing.
Coach, how do you get the team to maintain this high level of play when you go on the road?
Well, I think we have Iowa next, don't we? Are we here?
Tuesday.
Don't we?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I happen to know who the next game is. So we're not going on the road right now. We got to figure out how we take care of business here, because I think that they're a great team. And so tomorrow morning, after I get a chance to get the report tonight, and the coach and I will discuss, exactly what we're going to do, and we need to work on that, and we'll meet as a team tomorrow morning. I've got to do some recruiting later that night. But at the end of the day, I don't think that ours is that. It really isn't. This has been difficult trying to get everybody meshed. There's a lot of things that we're doing. There's a lot of patterns that we're running, and so for everybody to be able to play in a real tense situation where one mistake, we don't have a lot of room for error. So to be able to put ourselves through that, we'll take it kind of soft, but I don't think so. We have so doggone many games to make up. You know how many games we've lost? So we've got a lot of games, and I don't think that we're going to get complacent at all. I know that I'm not, and they're not. They're not getting complacent. I mean, it would be different if it would be different if we had not lost any games and we were lackadaisical in our practice. But when we step out there, we're fighting the whole time, coaches as well as players, to get better. And I think that what we are pleased with is we've gotten better. We have lost tight games in those situations where it's a 1 or 2 point, one error. So like Candace said, we basically experienced everything. So now, we're not freshmen, that is newcomers at all. You might as well consider it a year that we played together, so we just need to work hard to continue to bring home the win and prove ourselves. Contrary to the record, that's not the record, and we want to be that most dangerous team that anybody has to play going into the Big Ten and certainly into the Big Ten tournament. And if we continue to build on that, we might be able to demonstrate that we deserve to be and play some of the best teams in the country.